If you've worked in corporate America for any length of time, you've been on a project that has not met goals, that has underperformed, that has had negative growth, or has destroyed an entire organization. Failure is a part of life. Some of the greatest lessons that we learn in life come from not hitting the mark, from failing. It's not an easy word to say, especially for perfectionists and high performers who want to succeed 100% of the time. According to a report from Team Stage, 70% of projects globally fail. And big projects with more complexity and more moving parts fail at even more significant rates. Failure is a part of business. Failure is a part of life. So we have to get comfortable with failure. As leaders of teams, it is very important that we understand how to navigate team dynamics so that we are extracting as much knowledge and experience from a failed project rather than driving our key performers away. Let's talk a little bit about our natural response to failure. If you think about what happens when projects go haywire in your life, it can give you some insights into what happens in an organization. Let's think about something that hasn't gone exactly the way you have wanted it to go in your own personal life. What do? You put as much mental power towards it. You try to plan things better. You try to ruminate on the problem, trying to find better solutions. You consult experts, consultants, anyone who's going to tell you the right way to go, because you end up in a fear state. And when we're in a fear state, we are disempowered. It's not that different when we're working in an organization. When a project goes off the rails, leadership goes into a fear state oftentimes as well. They end up wanting to control more of the project from a top-down management perspective. They put greater guardrails on their teams. They bring in more project management in order to control what's happening. They tend to have more meetings, daily stand-ups, just to check in, to keep everything going the way it's supposed to go. When you have multiple layers of management, this can get even more complex and convoluted. You have top-level management putting pressure on middle managers to make sure that the project is going well, and then the middle managers putting pressure on everyone else that they're dealing with. And the goals of that project can become convoluted. Middle managers might be focused on making top-level managers happy, and the lower-level people may be focused internally on making sure that their middle-level managers are happy, whereas no one is really focusing on the goal at hand. Why are we doing this project all together? Are we doing this for customers? Are we doing this to streamline processes? Or are we just trying to do it so that we can deal with these daily stand-ups and answer these minutia of questions? Now, if you're managing high performers, the more freedom you give a high performer and say, here's the goal, the faster they're going to find their way there. And if you know their motivational dimensions and you know what motivates them to get to that goal, you as a leader can provide even more encouragement to help them get there. But if they don't know what the goal is and they're focused on the tasks at hand in a project management system or the project leadership that's putting pressure on them to just stay on task, goals can get misaligned from team activities. When this happens, it's often helpful to take a step back from the project and the daily activities and really get a better understanding about where that project is going. Oftentimes, it's helpful in a high-trust environment to have some conversations where there's no fear of retribution and every team member can provide feedback to leadership about where they think problems are happening with achieving goals. When you involve your team in troubleshooting, when you involve them in defining the path forward, more information can come forward so that you as a team leader can help redefine and refocus your team on actually achieving the goals at hand. Knowing what motivates each individual team member and helping each team member understand how their peers are motivated can go a long way as well. If there's interpersonal conflict happening on your team, bring in a relator. A relator can help solve some of those problems, which can get obstacles out of the way so the team can refocus on the goals at hand. Knowing your team's motivational code and knowing how these team members play off of each other and can support each other is incredibly dynamic and can help a failing project find new life. The greatest challenge to leadership when you're experiencing failure on a project is to let go and trust your team, to let go and know that your team is going to succeed, to find information and find the motivation that your team needs in order to succeed, to establish greater trust in your organization so that those important conversations can happen. But trying to control everything is just going to backfire. When you can let go, trust your team, be of service to your team members, especially your high-performing team members, and know that when they have the right motivation and mindset and know where they need to go, miracles are going to happen. Hope this video helped you think about projects that are in trouble in a new way. Failure happens in life, and it happens with projects more often than we'd like. But the most important thing is that we ensure that these team members have the support that they need to get through difficult projects and to get beyond obstacles. As a leader, it's our job to find that motivation within each individual team member and help them bring it to life. It's then when we can see the true power of our team and we can see the true power of leadership. If you want to learn more about how motivation code can help you in these types of circumstances, contact our team. There's a link down below so you can see how to bring motivation code into your organization. Thanks for watching.